Okay, today's lesson is over direct substitution and synthetic substitution. Direct substitution is when you just directly substitute a number for the variable and then you evaluate the polynomial. So you're using common everyday language, you're plugging into the variable and finding out what the answer is. Synthetic substitution, that's a form of using synthetic division to evaluate the polynomial. And there will be another lesson on synthetic division and everything that it does. There will be many in the future coming. All right, when we do, like I said, direct substitution, here is our function. G of x equals negative 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 7, and they want to know what this is when x is negative 2. You are directly going to put negative 2 in for x everywhere you see x. So when I write this down, negative 4, parentheses, negative 2, cubed plus 3, and you always use parentheses, and the reason you do is because a negative number squared is not negative 4, it's 4. And if you use those parentheses, it denotes that you are squaring the negative symbol as well. 10 minus 7. So this is negative 8. Negative 2 to the third power is negative 8. Negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32. This here is 4. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 7. You put that together, you get 37. Now you can honestly put this in the calculator exactly like you see it. Negative 4, parentheses, complete with all the parentheses. The part that's in red. If you put that in your calculator would evaluate it and give you 37. If you are doing this on your test, I need to see this. I need to see this part in order for you to get partial credit. If I see nothing, you don't get partial credit. You need to show me what you're doing. Okay. This is just another problem doing the same thing. We have our function here, and we want to evaluate it when x is 4. You substitute in 4 for all of these to get your answer. Four to the third power is 64. So negative 2 times 64 plus 8 times 16 plus 12 minus 1. If you were to do this manually all the way through. So negative 2 times 64, negative 128. 8 times 16, 128. Uh-oh, that goes to 0. That makes life easy. And then 12 minus 1 is 11. So your answer is 11 here. You could honestly put this in your calculator, this part in your calculator right here, just like you see it. Calculator would tell you that was 11. All right, synthetic substitution. What you do with synthetic substitution, you see this here. What you do with synthetic substitution is you put down all of the coefficients in order. So 2, 3, negative 6, notice I have a 0. That's because my x term is missing. So you put zeros wherever a term is missing. So you're going to go down with your powers. It's like going downstairs. I want 4, 3, 2, 1, x to the first power, and then the constant. So that's how it's done. So I've got a 0. So you put all those down. Then you take, it says x equals 2. You put 2 in the corner. You bring down the first number, always bring down the first number, then you multiply. 2 times 2 is 4, you write it here. You add these together, that gives you 7. Then you go 2 times 7, that's 14. You add these together, that gives you 8. 2 times 8 is 16. You add those together. 2 times 16 is 32, 3 times 32 is 35. If you had put 2 in here, and that's the way you can check your answer, and evaluated it throughout here, you would have gotten 35 as your answer. But this is synthetic division. Synthetic division, right now, you don't see much use for it. In the future, we'll be using it a lot to divide polynomials and find zeros and all kinds of stuff. So, anyway, so you write all the coefficients down. If one is missing, if a term is missing, you must put a 0 in. And then you write this number in the corner, and then you bring down the first number. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Bring down the first number. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add till you're done. Okay. So here's one more. We're going to evaluate this one for -2. So you're going to put -2 in the corner. Then we're going to put these down. We're going 4, 3, 2, 1. None of them are missing. And then -1. So -1, 3, 1, -4, -1. We bring down the first number. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. This is -29. And I wrote out steps over here. You set up x equals -2 in the corner. You write down the coefficients. You put a 0 for missing terms. And then when you do your math, you bring down the first number, multiply, add, and then repeat. Repeat the multiply and the add. Thank you.